back in December. Just a wonderful year for the Rams. And here they are, back where they are extremely familiar, the conference final.
Emily Sakarik, 6'2" for Chestnut Hill, going up against Cassie Murphy, the 6-footer for Jefferson. And a violation on the opening 10, bounding right in front of us, Sam Yencha, the CACC Player of the Year. The Rams are left to right on your screen. They lost in the title game a couple of years ago. They last won it all in 2019, 2020. Chestnut Hill, first ever appearance. The CACC title game and off the turnover. White leaves it for Edwards, who had 10 points yesterday. The victory over Goldie Beacom and JR. You were part of that call with Mike Andrewson. What a start for Chestnut Hill against Goldie Beacom yesterday.
Yeah, really punctuated, their performance by a great start. And
it's Morgan Robinson, the dynamic point guard who opens the scoring.
Nice ball movement against the
Robinson nearly lost it out of bounds. In fact, she did. It will be Chestnut Hill ball and JR. How about the additions of Bridie McCann and Kaylee Edwards from Siena and St. Anselm, respectively? The transfers have really helped first-year head coach Reggie Daniels.
And from great programs, a solid Division I and a Division II program that won a region only a few years ago. Great additions for this Griffin team.
No, the passing side, but could not finish, and now McCann is guilty of shoving Minol to the floor.
Well, the one thing in watching Bridie McCann yesterday and today, she sometimes picks up the overzealous fouls. She picked up a couple yesterday, and let's say what it was yesterday, probably didn't impact the game in any way, but that would be something to be mindful of. She just kind of picked up a needless, silly foul. If she does that a few more times and gets in foul trouble, that's a real big problem for Chestnut Hill.
Carter leaving it for White, and in transition, Chestnut Hill has a basket, and a good Jefferson concerned with all these early turnovers.
Yeah, and the zone really is proving dividends for Coach Daniels.
Carter came away with the steal, the three-sport athlete at Chestnut Hill. A soccer goalkeeper, she also plays women's lacrosse for the Griffins. Yencha misfires. McCann, the only player in the vicinity with an easy rebound for CHC.
That was a nice block out, though, by Caitlin Carter to give McCann an open lane to get that rebound.
Sakarik. It's going back to Jefferson with 6:28 to play in the first quarter, and we get another look.
Well, and Edwards, had a nice head of steam going in the basket, and then Haley Minor just stopped her progression and forced her to pass, out of the paint. Good job by Minor.
Chestnut Hill with a 2-point lead as Robinson shovels it home with the right hand. Robinson's been the offense for Jefferson thus far.
What a neat little play. Kaczynski and Minor set screens on the top players at the zone, and Robinson goes right down the middle of the lane.
White ready to fly over Murphy. Off the front of the cup, and now it's Jefferson looking to push left to right on your screen.
Andrew, I love the way that Morgan Robinson keeps her head up when she brings the ball down the floor, and on cue finds a wide open Sam Yencha.
Nobody has more assists in Division II this year, both total assists and assists per game. How about 8.4 assists per game for Robinson? And Jefferson surges in front early. Edwards with a shot clock at 10. Kicking to the open Carter, hoisting up a three. It's off target, and the rebound is Jefferson's. Out near the free throw line, Kaczynski.
Not just guys, try to get the best angle, please.
And that three-pointer attempt comes up.
I think this is probably the best angle right here.
With 5:10 to play in the first quarter.
Well, and again, great vision by Morgan Robinson as she was bringing the ball down the floor. Eyes in the back of her head. She knew that Haley Mile was running to her left. Looked off of her, and then nice little pass for the wide open shot.
Knocked out of bounds by Meinl. CACC Defensive Player of the Year for the third consecutive.
Feeling anxious. He goes, I went to bed around 12:30 last night. I watched 2.5 hours of film, but I'm ready to go. He also highlighted to me, this is the 50th year that Jefferson basketball for the women's side has been in existence. There has never been a 30-win team for the Rams. They're 29-1. Just think about that.
Jim, do you want to care to share what inside information that Coach Shirley was giving you to make you chuckle? Maybe we'll get that from you in the next sideline report.
That's interesting that no 30-win seasons prior to this year. They've had some great special teams when they were Philadelphia Textile, Philadelphia University, and now as Thomas Jefferson University.
Coach Shirley with 729 career victories. Last year they went to the East Region Final. Squandered a lead to Assumption. Kaczynski, far corner three. And Jefferson not known for their three-point shooting, so if they get going from beyond the arc, look out, and they're up 5.
Well, Robinson again, great skip pass to Kaczynski for that baseline three.
Last in Division II in three-point attempts per game at just over 9. Kaczynski has Jefferson rolling early. The lead is 5. Nearly 6 minutes into play. Fifth year.
Defense on the interior by the Rams at 2-2-1. Full court pressure by the Griffins.
The floor general Robinson gives it off to Kaczynski. Jefferson with the ball, leading by 5. Murphy could not score over the 6'2" Sakarik.
I really like what Reggie Daniels is doing on defense, mixing it up and showing the Rams a lot of zone looks so far today.
These two teams, two of the best defenses in Division II. White. Carter looking for Sakarik, punched out, and now Jefferson. Under a minute to play, you're watching the CACC Women's Basketball Championship. Number 1, Jefferson. Number 2, Chestnut Hill in an all-South Division contest. Murphy, ball above her head. Wants the screen. Robinson with 5 on the shot clock, penetrating and scoring with the right hand.
Yes. Robinson.
First mentality,
Great player.
but when she needs to, she can definitely score the ball.
A little bit more than 3 seconds differing between the shot clock and game clock. Herb in trouble. Zips it cross court, and Kaczynski should out of play. Good.
More Grant is a great player.
Just 9 on the shot clock.
Emma Kaczynski, you see her, watch her sink when the ball goes low. Great anticipation to get to Caitlin Carter.
Herb gets the friendly roll on the three-pointer. Just told you about her success from distance. Final seconds, first quarter. Kaczynski, good if it goes. It's long, and this is
the first quarter
comes to a close. Jefferson 13, Chestnut Hill 9. We're taking a break. Jim Fertzland's coming up on the other side of the commercial. This is BTV.
At Jefferson, we're making modern look old, and making old look new, and making sure new is not enough. We're adding more weight to your degrees, and more meaning to your careers, going where others wouldn't dare, making connections few think to make, and setting tomorrow's standards by breaking today's. Because we believe the lines that are drawn are meant to converge. That's where the future is born. And once you realize you're not limited to what's possible, guess what? You redefine all that will be.
Griffin's head coach. He told me, Reggie Daniels, he told me that he wants to focus on making sure that they do not switch on screens. Jefferson knows how to rotate the ball well. If they're going to switch on screens, they're going to get open shots. But the most important thing is, he also knew that Kaylee Edwards was going to get hers, Avery White, along with McCann. But he's more focused on seeing what Emily Sakarik can do. She's performed well against Jefferson in the couple of matches this season, so that's important to watch out for the Griffins.
Thank you for that, Jim. We'll keep an eye on Kaylee Edwards, who is on the bench. Does have the hand taped up. It was like that in warm-ups. The transfer from St. Anselm. What a good game yesterday. Herb. Long on the three. It pinballs to Robinson. Low scoring first quarter. Kifas right off the bench and right into the action with a far corner three.
And Emily Kifas is definitely a zone buster. Has the capabilities of really shooting it well from the perimeter.
Did not attempt a shot yesterday. Right off the bench and right into the scoring column today as Moon responds on the other end for Chestnut Hill as they
Jefferson.
continue to stay close. Number 1 Jefferson. Emily Spratt has come on. Her sister Abby played at Chestnut Hill. There's a lot of connections between these two programs as Robinson off the heel and down the chute.
Well, Sam Yensha, actually all of the Rams are such great passers, but Yensha really sees the floor well, found a cutting Robinson for the lay-in.
18-11 in favor of Jefferson. But just told you, Emily Spratt for Jefferson. Her sister Abby played for Chestnut Hill. Brady McCann, her sister Maeve McCann, played for Coach Shirley at Jefferson. So there's a lot of little storylines between these two teams.
And obviously they know each other extremely well. As you see, Emily Sakarik there, little bit moving on the screen, picks up the offensive foul.
8:38 to play first half. Jefferson leading by 7. They have not won the championship since 2019-2020. They lost in a title game a couple of seasons ago. Kifas, spark plug right off the bench. Kifas has hit a couple of three-pointers for Jefferson.
And that time the zone was 3-2.
Right here.
Doesn't phase Emily Kifas, 2 for 2 off the bench.
And a blocking foul on the senior from Yardley. Jefferson in an eye blink has pushed their lead to 10 as we get another look at the Jefferson foul.
Well, Kifas tried to sneak in there and draw the charge. And you know what? If she was able to take one more step, she might have gotten to the spot.
But partner, isn't this something Jefferson, not known for their three-point attempts, has hit 3 in this first half?
Yeah, and that's all induced by the zone, kind of making them more of a perimeter team as another dribble drive by Sarah Tamoon.
Quick release from Yensha. She'll stay with the miss. Tuck under the defender and lay it in.
Confidence. Sam Yensha has had a tremendous year, and you see when she's on the floor, she plays with such confidence.
Kaylee Edwards is back on for Chestnut Hill. Tamoon could not beat Robinson off the dribble. White, the point guard, goes to help out. Avery inside. Everything but the finish.
Yeah, you're right, Andrew. She did everything right there except put it in the hole.
Robinson, tough pass, turned it over. Now it's countered. 1 against 2. Heading to the free throw line.
And you know, Megan Robinson there committed the cardinal sin. She left her feet, and when she was off her feet, she really had nothing there. And she tries the cross court, but I mean, she made every mistake there, leaving her feet and then throwing across her body, across the court, leading to the fast break opportunity for Caitlin Carter.
And so the three-sport athlete at Chestnut Hill misses the first attempt. She had 7 points and 7 rebounds yesterday. She was instrumental in Chestnut Hill's first-round victory. A double-double, 14 points and 14 rebounds as they slip past Dominican by 2. And Carter is 1 out of 2 at the free throw line.
Now the zone again looks more 2-3.
Moments ago, it was Jefferson's largest lead at 10. Spratt for Yensha. Inside she goes, and Yensha, the CACC Player of the Year, has 2 more.
Just finding gaps in that zone and is able to do things off of the bounce as well. Tremendous offensive performance by the Rams.
McCann wanted the cutter. It's Lindsay Lane, hits the deck, the ball is with Jefferson. Robinson on a no-look find, Kifas. That was halfway down, it would have been her third three-pointer.
She is shooting in rhythm so effectively well.
No matter what Jefferson out there, come to be tournament.
Edwards, right side of floor. 6 and change to play first half. Jefferson by 11. Shot clock at 10. Edwards, left elbow, lets it fly. And it's one and done for Chestnut Hill.
That's a great point, Andrew. Only one offensive rebound so far for the Griffins. And we're midway through, almost midway through this second quarter.
Yensha unable to convert with that left hand.
Just a little bit short on that layup.
She has 8. Robinson has 8. Jefferson has an 11-point cushion. McCann, they've been all over her. She steps around a defender, and Bridie McCann, free for a moment, able to sink the mid-range J.
Well, nice job. Good offensive play by McCann. Shot fake and able to create space for herself to knock down the jump shot.
Meinl zips it up top. Yensha, power move to the basket, and Yensha is into double figures. 10 points, 6 rebounds, what a first half.
And Jefferson, they're so smart. They find the short corner, and when they do, then they hit the player at the high post, rolling to the basket.
And a foul. Herb was contacted as she started her drive. 4:45 left to play in this first half, and we are heading upstairs where Mike Andrewson and Doug DeBias, our studio hosts, are sitting by.
Thank you very much, Andrew. Mike, 11-point lead for Jefferson. Executing like we thought they would. Talk about what you've seen out there.
Like it's nobody's business out there. Tom Shirley said he's for Jefferson part.
Sam Yensha, 10 points, 5 of 9 shooting. Coming up at halftime, we will go over the first half stats. We'll take a look at some of the first half highlights, and we will recap the men's championship final. Jefferson winning that one, 89-69 over Bloomfield. Could they pull off the CACC sweep? We'll see. Let's send it back down to the courts.
Thank you both, and if they do it, it'll be the first time since 2008-2009 in the CACC that both the men's and women's championship is won by the same school. It was Philadelphia U that did it back in 2008-2009. The inbounds pass knocked away, not yet stolen by Jefferson, and it leads to a basket from Edwards.
Good second effort by Sakarik, able to win that tipped ball and find Kaylee Edwards for the jump shot. Really important for Chestnut Hill in the last 4:20 to get this lead and keep it under 10.
The deficit 9 right now. Robinson and Jefferson lucky to keep possession as we take another look.
Well, the ball kind of pinballs, and it did go off of, I think, Caroline Erb out of bounds.
Shot clock under 10. Spratt, the freshman out of Doylestown. Up top, Robinson wants the screen. Shot clock at 3. Morgan all the way to the left-hand finish. Couldn't get it to go. That shot did not hit the rim, and it's a shot clock violation on Jefferson.
And that's a good call by the officials. The layup didn't hit the rim. She gets the rebound. Shot clock expires. Violation. Well done.
What did you see from Chestnut Hill in that defensive sequence?
They really extended the zone, made it very difficult to get anything from the perimeter, forcing Robinson to go off the bounce. Good job by Spratt there on the steal.
Chestnut Hill came into this game one of the best three-point shooting teams in the nation. They have just one make today as Edwards is blocked underneath by Robinson. And it has yet to get going this weekend. She was 1-6 yesterday from three-point range.
Partner Chestnut Hill now playing man-to-man and really working hard on the defensive end. Jefferson, the last few trips have come up empty.
The junior Yensha from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, getting set to do the inbounding. And another Jefferson turnover. Good ball denial there by Chestnut Hill. Bree Ryder with an impact play. Here's McCann. Under 3 to play first half. Chestnut Hill down by 9. McCann.
Woo!
A couple of steps inside and knocked down another mid-range jumper.
Well, you see her offensive prowess. She was able to get beyond Cassie Murphy, and as you said, step inside
the show is tonight.
making it a little bit of an easier shot.
Think. Was it 12? I don't know.
Calling for it underneath and away from the ball. A whistle and a foul on Chestnut Hill. It's Caitlin Carter holding as we get another look. You can see number 15 displacing Murphy.
Yep. Really playing hard. Trying to play as physical as she can against Murphy.
I think the show is tonight. The selection show is tonight.
Andy Byers and Mike Andrews in the studio. Robinson from her backside. A second chance. This time it's a turnover. Numbers for Chestnut Hill. McCann. What a pass.
Division 2, so.
And the Griffins have closed within 5 with 2 minutes left in the first half.
That's a 6-0 for Chestnut Hill. And right back in the ball game.
You can see on the bottom of your screen, Jefferson has now turned the rock over one more time than Chestnut Hill. 2 of these premier defenses, and that is Edwards with too much body contact.
But you know, only the third team foul in this quarter, and Edwards was beat off the dribble, and it was almost like an acknowledgement, I got to stop Mino, I'm going to foul her there.
Spratt, great effort to track that one down. It would have been another Jefferson turnover. Robinson.
I think it's the selection show tonight.
Down to 5. Morgan tossing it. Yensha firing.
Like I said, Jefferson already knows they're in. They only have one loss all year long.
5 straight trips that they haven't scored.
And they're defeated in the conference right now.
Foul to the end of shooting.
Carter might have gotten away with a walk, but a great individual effort going to the basket. Tough to see from that angle, but
oh my God, tired today, guys.
As Carter went to the hole.
At the goalie?
Jefferson has not scored in more than 3.5 minutes as Chestnut Hill has fought back to within 5 as Carter goes to the free throw line.
Well, and Coach Shirley right now took Morgan Robinson out, and he's addressing his
Griffin, Troy Nigro, number 10.
The turnovers
on
casual play that's allowed the Griffins to get right back into this game.
Carter, 1 out of 2. 4-point game, 1:15 to play. Half number 1 from North Jersey.
Troy
Nigro with the basketball. She's on. The freshman. Murphy gives it up to Yensha. Good first half for her. Underneath, Murphy bailing out her teammate, and Jefferson finally gets off at 27 points.
Yeah, strong move by Yensha. Cleaned up
Jefferson's
nicely.
only up by 6. I thought they were by more.
40 seconds to play second quarter. McCann keeps it behind.
I'm thinking I'll be up by more than just 4, but 6, I mean, but.
No good. Fought 4 underneath. Jefferson has it with about a second differential.
Give it to Toy, give it to Toy, good. Go, Toy, go.
To slow your pace a little bit.
Well, right now you want to try to work for one shot. Either we score or they're going to have no time left to do anything with the basketball.
Nigro picks up her dribble. Mino. 5 seconds left on the shot clock, and now the quarter clock inside. Spratt gets it to go, and that is
Hit time, Chestnut, Jefferson 31, Chestnut Hill 43.
Down the shot from distance.
I think they need to work a little more inside out. I think Emily
Break 8. At times, Jefferson turned the ball over too much. I heard Coach Shirley tell Jim on his way to the locker room that he had to have a little bit of a chat with Morgan Robinson due to the turnovers, and Robinson turns it over on Jefferson's first trip down the floor.
Well, and the Griffins came out in man-to-man and forced a turnover.
They like when Chestnut Hill shows them man-to-man. They struggled with the zone. They would prefer the man-to-man defensive look.
Yeah, it was interesting he was that honest, but I would expect nothing less from Tom. But yeah, I think he knows if they're sitting in zone, you know, you get a little stationary and you become somewhat of a jump shooting team.
Jefferson's Haley Mano came up with a block in the first minute of quarter number 3. Mano slashing to the basket, able to lay it in, and here comes Chestnut Hill.
Wow, great cut by Haley Mino, just didn't knock it down.
Herb knocks down the long 3, right in front of the Chestnut Hill bench.
Well, Caroline Herb, she's been sneaky good for the Griffins this weekend, and she can knock down shots.
As a senior in high school, nobody made more three-pointers in the county than she did with 70, and she's translated that success to college, where she's top 10 in the conference. And we have an offensive foul on Cassie Murphy, and we're taking another look.
Well, Murphy's trying to establish position, just a little bit short. And Reggie Daniels has to be happy with that set. Freed up Brady McCann for a good look, just a little short.
Mino hoists up to 2, and nothing but nylon from the senior from Warrington.
Well, and a nice job using the screen set by Cassie Murphy to allow her to create some space.
Carter tried to beat Murphy off the dribble, unable to convert inside. Robinson, the long outlet pass. Mile touching it along. Kuczynski plays it in.
Well, you see the unselfishness by the Rams, but it all starts with a great headman pass by Robinson.
Just like that, Jefferson back up by 9. Edwards is stripped on her way inside. Robinson picks up her dribble, and now we'll regroup out high.
Well, the Rams, they really put so much pressure on teams. And you see right out of the gate here, really clicking on both ends of the court.
Shot clock at 8, Kuczynski.
Yeah!
And now showing the outside game with a long 2.
Kuczynski understanding how and where that pass came from, gave the thumbs up to Mino. Great look, teammate.
Carter. And a kicked ball into steady.
Jefferson ball. Coming up.
Emma Kuczynski is one of those players that every coach would want to have on their team. She does all the little things, and all those little things add up to being a really good basketball player and what makes teams go from good to great.
Rams have an 11-point cushion. McCann, tough shot. Might have barely grazed the front of the cup, and it's an empty trip for Chestnut Hill.
Now both Yensha and Mino right there in front of McCann, forcing a very difficult shot.
And after a little bit of a spurt from Chestnut Hill, this is a 6-0 Jefferson run. Kuczynski has taken center stage during the run. Number 20 in white. Into the low post, Yensha. Couldn't get it to go. It pinballs to Robinson. Off the front of the cut, now Murphy's going to the free throw line, and Jefferson using the size inside.
Yeah, it's a great look. Yensha almost is able to finish, and then it's just batted around. Robinson unlucky with her putback, but then Murphy's so tenacious, and Sarah Tamoon fouls it from behind.
Murphy, the tallest player on the floor by an inch over Carter, hits the first free throw.
They can beat you so many different ways, and when their shots miss, players like Murphy right there to clean it up. And when they go to the line, they usually don't miss.
Spot on, partner. 3 of the top 10 in the CACC at the line are on Jefferson. Cassie Murphy leads the conference in free throw shooting at nearly 87% and just hit both. And Jefferson leads by 13. McCann. Now it's Herb. Shot clock at 6. Caroline inside and gets the roll.
Well, Kaczynski just a little late trying to draw that charge as that layup attempt rolls around the rim and goes down.
Much needed points for Chestnut Hill. The 13-point deficit was their largest of this championship game. It's 11 right now. Murphy plays catch with Robinson. Shot clock at 5. And a foul. It's on Chestnut Hill.
Reggie Daniels looking for a 3-second violation. And Yensha, right, in that mid-post area, she was in there a long time. Caroline Herb really working hard defensively on her.
Robinson driving left side of the floor, lost the basketball, and it's White coming up with it. A sophomore point guard with a bounce pass that skips right past Herb and out of bounds. And that will take us to immediate timeout in the third quarter. 4:58 to play. Jefferson leading by 11, and we send it over to our sideline reporter, Jim Furchland.
For the Jefferson Rams, their efficiency has really stepped up in this third quarter. Coming straight out of the half, only thing that Coach Shirley wanted for the Rams to do was for Morgan Robinson to stop turning the ball over. She's already turned it over 3 times in this third quarter. But at the end of the day, all Coach Shirley wants is a bid and a bud. I don't mean a bud, I mean a Budweiser, his favorite beer.
Your thoughts, JR?
Wow.
I'm not touching that last point, but he's right. Jim is right. I'm sure that Coach Shirley is not happy that out of the locker room, knowing that Morgan Robinson closed the first half, committing some turnovers, he's not happy here in the first 5 minutes that she's committed 3 more. For all the great plays that she makes, he really demands perfection and excellence from her, and he knows that for
need the Budweiser tonight.
Game, but to really do well in the regional tournament, she has to play at an extremely high level.
6 turnovers for Robinson. She has 8 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. She has the ball in her hands right now. Jefferson by 11 out on this media timeout. Rams trying to lift the trophy for the first time since 2019-2020. The men won by 20. Our first championship of the day. They beat Bloomfield, and we take a look at the foul right there on Bridie McCann, her second personal.
Budweiser tonight, eh?
Well,
That's funny. I didn't.
Good job over the next almost 2 full quarters before picking up her second.
Favorite beer, Budweiser.
Jefferson trying to do what's very tough. Beat a team 3 times in 1 season. Meinl out of force it with the shot clock. Robinson banks it off a Chestnut player as the shot clock buzzer sounds, and we're going to have an officials discussion.
Yeah, I think the ball definitely hit the rim. I mean, that's got to be the question. Did the shot hit the rim? And I believe it did.
And we're going to have a conference at the scores table.
So maybe they'll put 19 or 18 seconds up.
Yep, spot on. Yep, off the rim. And then banked out of bounds. So it'll be at 18 seconds. Jefferson ball. Kaczynski. Over the top, Murphy. Free for a moment. And the junior and second team all-conference selection gives Jefferson a 13-point lead.
Well, it's a great pass by Haley Meinl after terrific
Not
ball
Charlie.
resulting in that layup.
Yeah, Jefferson's coach is actually
Watching Jefferson,
the
what do they
athletic
do
director
so
here,
well
too.
defensively?
I
That midway
interviewed
through the
him
third quarter, Chestnut Hill has just
for
28
COVID, I
points.
think.
They
it was.
rotate so well and they stay in front of their player. They really put a lot of on-the-ball pressure, forcing you into bad decisions
I think it
and
was
bad
for COVID.
shots.
I interviewed him.
Meinl blocked by Tamoon. It stays with Jefferson, and the follow is off the front of the cup.
Nice job by Sarah Tamoon coming over on the help to block that shot.
Carter kicking. Herb, the sharpshooter, misfires on a short corner three-point attempt.
Speaking of interviewing people, I am working on it.
Players getting beat
Is
off
that
the dribble,
set something up?
they're coached to really get into the shorts of the player that they're guarding. They really want to put a lot of on-the-ball pressure.
Again over the top. Again Murphy. And Jefferson has their largest lead of this title game. It is 15.
Yeah, great recognition by the Rams on successive trips to get the ball inside to Cassie Murphy. Over the top.
Critical juncture now for Chestnut Hill in the final 2:40 of this third quarter. McCann leaving it for Tamoon. Driving hard inside. Wouldn't get it to fall. Another opportunity. Chestnut Hill going cold from the floor down the stretch.
That's great interior defense as Tamoon was able to get by defenders. She gets to the basket and is swarmed by a lot of white shirts.
Knocked out of bounds. It will stay with Jefferson. And here comes the 6'2" junior Emily Sakarik back on for head coach Reggie Daniels' squad.
Well, and that's because Cassie Murphy's really been effective the last few trips as Kaczynski scores, but Sakarik will be asked to guard Murphy in and around the basket.
How much does this veteran experience help Jefferson in a game like this?
Immeasurably. You know, they don't get rattled. Chestnut Hill made that run, and they answered right away.
Remember, Chestnut Hill has never appeared in the CACC championship game until this season. They didn't win their first CACC playoff game until a couple of years ago when they went to the semifinals. Carter.
That's a tackle with Carter.
White, but an extra step first, and it's going back to Jefferson. Should point out, by the way, that Jefferson beat Chestnut Hill in the semifinal a couple of years ago, 60-45, and Chestnut Hill head coach Reggie Daniels is calling a timeout.
Timeout.
This will turn into a
The crew, as always, a tremendous job putting on the men's and women's CACC basketball semifinals and championship for the second time in 3 years. We are at Caldwell University. Last year we were at Jefferson in Philadelphia. Robinson, 65 seconds left, third quarter. Trying to get it inside to Murphy. They do right now. Around Sakarik, shot clock down to 2. And the jumper wouldn't go from Kaczynski. Murphy, no. Another opportunity for Yensha. And Jefferson is doing all they want in quarter number 3.
great putbacks. First by Murphy, that doesn't go down, but then Yensha to clean it up for the final putback.
Final 30 seconds, third quarter. 19-point Jefferson lead. White for the bucket for the Griffins.
Now, Avery White really has been quiet today on the offensive end. Nice dribble penetration for the layup.
NCAA marking on the hardwood. 10 seconds left, third quarter. Murphy on a bounce pass. That's Yensha. It rims out. Final seconds. White from half court. Good if it goes. It's off the backboard, off the rim, and down to the... Since 2019-2020, and trying for a sweep on both sides. Murphy, the offensive rebound. 2 more for the Rams.
And Cassie Murphy has had a huge second half. And another putback basket.
Nearly a turnover at center court. Boy, I think the Jefferson offensive rebounds now 8-2. McCann coming up the defense for 2.
Well, and here we go, 2-2-1 pressure. And the Griffins have to employ this as they are beginning to run out of time.
Check that. It's 9-2 now. The Edge in offensive rebounds. Murphy has 3 offensive rebounds. Has 8 points. Jefferson has the large lead. The opening minutes of the fourth quarter. They have not lost a CACC game, regular season, postseason all year. Robinson has it knocked away from behind by Edwards.
Well, in that trip, they went 2-2-1, back to 2-3, did the Griffins. And that may not be a bad strategy here in the last 8:25.
Lindsay Lane, the 5th-year senior, coming on. Annalisa Carrick will take a seat. The shot clock at 2. Meinl firing it in. Kaczynski wide open. Off the left side of the rim. McCann looking to push for Chestnut Hill. And Bridie off the front of the rim. And again, Chestnut Hill partners just had a hard time second and third chance opportunities today.
And when they've needed a basket, they just haven't gotten it. And right there, McCann, really nice opportunity, and shot is just a little bit short.
And just 2 out of 10 from three-point range. Murphy, long 2.
Big shot by Cassie Murphy. And the junior is able to step out and hit a long 2 to push the lead to 19.
Look at Jefferson!
Another double-double for Jefferson as White could not get it to go high off the window.
I really care. I don't care who wins, but
just doesn't go down.
I thought the Jefferson would win now, coming in.
How about this note? 20 double-doubles now in this, the 31st game of the season for Jefferson for Sam Yencha.
It's unbelievable offensive performance and production.
Wow.
51-32 Jefferson. Edwards fouled in the act of shooting. Good little burst of speed from the St. Anselm College transfer.
Well, Kaylee Edwards really set up that drive really well. She slows down and then explodes, absorbing the contact from Kaczynski.
Edwards, the sophomore from Queens, at the charity stripe, shooting 2 after that first personal foul charge to Kaczynski, and Edwards will have 1 more. So to Chestnut Hill, JR, still plenty of time left in this game. How do they fight themselves back into it?
Well, they really have to up-tempo the defensive pressure and try to get some steals. I mean, there is time, but you don't want Jefferson each possession to really take away 25, 28 seconds every time. You will eventually run out of time. They have to up-tempo this and try to get some turnovers.
Keith Ups dumping it off. Yencha just mentioned she picked up her 20th double-double. Nearly a turnover. Staying with Jefferson in the shot clock at 8. Robinson. Cross courts. Meinl in rhythm, short on the 3, and the long rebound is Chestnut Hill's Avery White. Offensive foul. Keith takes the charge.
Well, you know, Emery Keepus 2 times before tried to get an offensive foul and see if she was set. She does a good job of getting it completely in front of White. I don't know if there was enough contact, though, to warrant a charge against Avery White. Might have been just better play on there.
6:15 to play in the game. McCann, good defense.
Oh, McCann thought that she had the turnover.
She can't believe that it's staying with Jefferson. Sister played for Coach Shirley Maeve. Bridie, the transfer from Siena. Couple of games with the Saints. The CACC Rookie of the Year. Left elbow jumper. Robinson knocks it through.
Well, Morgan Robinson doesn't shoot it from the perimeter that often. but she was able to knock that one down.
McCann, did Kifos just do it again? She did! Another offensive foul!
Now Emily Kifos back-to-back defensive plays where she draws a charge, and they are loving it on the Jefferson bench with the men's team behind them egging them on.
Trying to sweep this CACC championship someday if it happens. First time since 2008-2009, when then Philadelphia U did it. Yencha, rejected by Carter, but it's staying with Jefferson. Robinson hoists up the two. It was halfway down.
And just in and out. Good look from Morgan Robinson.
Kneeling the final 5 minutes. That long jumper, no good. It was Lindsay Lane with the attempt.
Now, the Rams have been tremendous on the defensive glass today, limiting the Griffins to only 2 offensive rebounds, and they're out rebounding them 32-19 today.
They have been held in check. Kifos.
Doing it good.
Unable to hit.
Rebound.
Here's Carter. McCann wants the screen. Hard to believe. Chestnut Hill is just 34 points as we play in the fourth quarter. White with a step back straight on 3. It falls off the cup. And that, partner, is testament to what you said. The lockdown defense for Jefferson.
I'm the best guy to finish this game, but
Yeah, and
I may
little
have to
things
get a
today,
thing.
just not
Three!
the Griffins to get any sort of offensive momentum started, as Kifos with another 3 that almost goes down.
McCann converts.
Well, Bridie McCann trying and fighting so hard to get her team back into it.
53-37. With 3 minutes and 40 seconds left.
53-37 Jefferson. Hope you'll stay with us for post-game. We'll have live reaction down on the floor. Player of the game, winning team head coach. Also the trophy presentation from Commissioner Dan Mara, as well as the net cutting ceremony.
Now another big offensive rebound. And Caitlin Carter comes out and gives a foul on Emily Kifos.
Have to give a couple of more to get to 5. We're at the media timeout, our final one of regulation. Jefferson leading by 16. We go upstairs. Doug DePius and Mike Andrewson.
Thank you very much, Andrew. And Mike, a 16-point lead for Jefferson with under 4 minutes to go. Looking like it's going to be a sweep here for Jefferson. Both the men's team and women's teams today have played outstanding all the afternoon.
Not a lot of mistakes out there. That big third quarter run, outscoring Chestnut Hill 16-7 in the third quarter. Ben mentioned it, the rebounding, 35-21 in favor of the Rams. That's a tough number. They're just like a snake. They just get around you and you start squeezing. It's tough. It's tough to operate out there if you're Chestnut Hill.
Great seeing the men's team support the women's team in this game. They could have, gotten on the bus and headed home and started celebrating that championship, but supporting them just like the women's team supported them earlier today. Shaping up really to be a great day in Jefferson athletics history. And they've had some great moments, but, a chance to raise 2 trophies and cut down nets on the same day. Pretty special.
That is going to be something special if it happens.
Let's send it back down to the court to Andrew and Ben.
Sure is, guys, and both teams, if they can pull it off with this margin of victory, would do it in convincing fashion. If this score holds up, if you do not count the COVID season CACC tournament, when Dominican beat Georgia in court, it's the largest margin since 2011-2012.
Yeah, there's been some great women's finals over the years. You had the great Holy Family teams, the great University of Sciences teams. You had Bloomfield and Jefferson Dominican winning it last year with a great run. You know, women's finals in the CACC have been great drama over the years.
18-point lead, by the way. It was a 25-point victory for Holy Family when they beat the 4th seed Devils of UConn back in 2011-2012. Jefferson by 18, 3 minutes to go. Tamoon driving baseline. This time, Kifas just a little bit too late, or she would have been able to take a third charge.
Well, you see, she's just, like you said, a little bit late. Doesn't get all the way to the baseline. If she had, she might have gotten charge number 3.
McCann backing it out for Chestnut Hill. Tamoon misfires on the 3-point try. This Griffins team, great season for them under their first-year head coach, Reggie Daniels. Farthest they have ever gone. First ever appearance in the CACC championship game.
I'm sorry, Andrew. Nice job recognizing that.
Bam!
Kifas and Robinson as the Griffins are looking to run and jump. Just when Jefferson gets it over the front court. Watch Tamoon right here. As soon as she turns her back, you know, Tamoon came on the double team.
Bridie McCann is fouled out of this game for Chestnut Hill. Morgan Robinson go to the free throw line. We're just going to say that nobody's been able to solve Jefferson this season in conference, and as you said at the top of our broadcast, their only loss all year was in triple overtime to Bloomsburg.
Yeah, a 107-97 loss in triple overtime. The Rams have just had a once-in-a-lifetime kind of a season, and it's looking more and more like they're going to cut the nets down and move on
They will.
to the East Regional Tournament.
Closing in on a 21st straight win and a 30-win season. Tamoon, acrobatic lane attempt would not go. Takes the play. Jefferson leading by 20. Robinson backing it out. That stout Jefferson defense has been on display all afternoon. Shot clock down to 8. Robinson directing traffic. Meinl. And it's coming up short.
Guys,
Out of bounds it goes on a shot
so
clock
tired
violation.
today.
Well, and that's one of the shot